that. You want her to describe? I think we can all understand how to breathe heavily.
Okay, one last question. The gate of that school and the main road, how far is it?
Ekibuuzo ekirala ekisembayo ku gate y'essomero eyo n'ekkubo lyennyini waliwo distance yenkanawa?
I'm not good at measuring distance, but it is not so. It is a bit close.
Well, can I say they were like 50 meters? They are like 50 meters.
Distance eyo.
I can't measure in meters. I don't know how many meters are there.
Can you try to estimate here?
Meters meka?
From our gate to the main road.
From where you're standing.
I think it can be like from here up to that place which goes to the Maranatha High School. Just behind that building.
Let's get to know the estimate of the distance. Have you understood where Maranatha is? Don't you find out so that you're able to tell us?
My lord, we estimate it to be around 70 meters.
Abakooti bo bagambye bateebereza okubeerawo obuwanvu bwa mita nga 7.
Phoebe, you talked of the 16 children and the 28. Are they in the same premise?
Wayogedde ku bano n'abiri bonna bali mu kifo kyekimu.
We're in the same premise. We are in the same premise that we have different classes.
Bonna bali mu kifo kyekimu lwakuba balina ebibiina bya njawulo.
So, those who were a bit old that time, how many people were attending to them?
Kwaba abali abakulukulumu bali bantu bameka bali mu kubalabirira?
Our age groups are almost the same. So simanyi bw'ogamba abakulukulumu baluwa bw'otegeeza.
I don't know when you say those were a bit old, the ones that you mean.
Maybe let her clarify for us the two categories of the children. She said the vulnerable and help us understand that differentiation.
Bwengamba vulnerable waliwo church egenda mu communities nerondayo abaana abava mu families ezitalina buyambi abali malnourished ne baleeta ne tubateekawo ne tuba nga tubalabirira.
Among those who are vulnerable, the church gets them from the community. Those from humble backgrounds, then they bring them and then we take care of them.
Ne tubalabirira.
And we take care of them.
Era bo tebalina tebasasula ssente za mwezi.
And those ones they don't pay a fee per month.
Then ne wabawo category endala.
Then there are those others, another category.
Abazadde bo basasula kubanga bayagala abaana baabwe tubeere nga tubasigaza naye nga tebali mu project eri.
Whereby parents pay for those children and we take care of them because for them they are not in the other project.
Kikula ky'ono omwami category gye yali agiddemu okuwandiisa omwana we.
So that is the same category that this gentleman also came to register his child.
So at that time,
Let's wait, Mr. Kumbuga. Help us repeat how many were in the vulnerable group and how many were in the other group.
Ddamu tubuulira abo abali mu group eyo ya vulnerable gye wayogeddeko ne
abali mu vulnerable group bali 28.
Abali mu vulnerable group bali 28.
Abali mu category endala bali 16.
Then bali abalala bali 16.
so these children who passed on, which category do they belong to? So these children who passed on, which category do they belong to?
Ababiri bali babiri ababiri bali mu group y'abaana ab'obuyambi, ababiri bali mu group eryesasula ssente.
Two of the children, they were from those parents who used to pay for them, then other two, they were coming from the other group of the vulnerable.
So will I be right to say both groups, it's you was attending to them that time? So will I be right to say both groups, it's you was attending to them that time?
During break time,
will I be right? Is it right or no?
It is right at that particular moment.
Okay. My Lord, I'm through the cross-examination.
Thank you very much. Mr. Morgan, any reaction?
My Lord, I'm through the cross-examination.
Thank you very much. Mr. Morgan, any reaction?
My Lord, just one.
Tired of the stress and mess that is your business network? Introducing Airtel Managed Network Solutions, the cost-effective, secure, scalable, and fully expertly managed network solution that makes running your business easier with expert management, scalable infrastructure, cost efficiency, enterprise security, zero downtime, cost-effective, 24/7 support. Secure, scalable, cost-effective, managed by Airtel experts. Your network fully managed in the cloud. Lower costs, scale fast, move faster, focus on growth. Untangle your network, unleash your business. Talk to our experts today. Call 125 or email business.support@ug.airtel.com.
Ebibuuzo byagenda okuba nga akubuuza.
That's all, my Lord. We pray for the next witness.
Ng'era bye ebibuuzo
First wait, I have some questions for her.
n'omulamuzi alina ebibuuzo byagenda okuba nga
This
akubuuza.
will be a few questions from me.
Naye ebibuuzo ebibuuzo ebitonotono byagenda okubuuza.
I want you to clarify something for me, for the court.
Era ayagala otangaazeemu mu kkooti.
You talked about the gate, where you met or where you talked with that gentleman on the first day. I just want to understand the nature of this gate.
Ayagala okumutegeeza gate eyo yali oba efaanana etya ku gate eyo wayogerera n'omwami oyo.
Is it a closed gate? Is it a gate that has bars?
Yo gate erina emitayimba oba gate ebeera nga nzikali nga oba talabirimu.
It is open with bars.
Gate ebeera open n'emitayimba egyo.
It has bars. It is this kind of gate which has bars that you can see through.
Gate ebeera erina emitayimba ng'oba osobola okuba ng'olaba okuyitamu ng'olaba.
So during the day, is it locked?
Yes, it's locked.
Nti emisana gate era ebeera nzikale.
Is it manned by anyone?
Waliwo omuntu agibeerako oba agikuuma.
Is it manned by
waliwo omuntu abeera akola ku gate eyo.
No, we just keep it closed. In case someone wants help, we can open for him.
Bo babeera bagikuuma ng'ebeera nzikale omuntu era waba nga alina ayagala obuyambi ko bagenda ne bamukolera.
Okay, the first time when you met, you say you met him or he came at the gate. Were you able to see the modes of transport that brought him?
Omulundi ogwasooka okubeera yajjira ku gate omwami oyo yajjira ku gate wasobola okulaba entambula gye yakozesa okubanga kunaku olwo.
He approached the gate by foot and he left by foot.
Yajja ku gate eyo nga yatambula butambuzi era yavaawo ng'era atambula butambuzi.
You also said that the act of cutting the children took a very short time. Are you able to estimate the time in terms of minutes?
Era wagamba nti ekyo yali ng'atema abaana abo kyatwala ebbanga ettono ennyo osobola okutegeera oba okutebereza kyatwala bbanga.
According to the time we spent there, I can estimate less than 7 minutes.
Sinziira ku kiseera ekitwaliwo awo zaalinga eddakiika okukka wansi w'omusanvu.
About this, where does he guard? You talked about him coming. Where is he during the day?
Emisana abeerawa.
The station at the main gate, they keep on patrolling the whole premises.
Babeera ku gate ennyini eya church naye era babeera era batambulatambula mu kkunga bakuuma nga balawo n'ekifo.
ayogera ni maama w'abaana abo
nti era abo bavanerable baba batasasula ssente
ne babawandiisa
ayogera ni maama w'abaana abo bamaama b'abaana abo era ne babawandiisa
Bring them to the center.
ne babaleeta ku center
ne basomesaamu
Teach the parents
abazadde
parenting.
Teach them nutrition.
ne basomesaamu abazadde b'abaana abo
n'okubaliisa
Teach them nutrition.
engeri y'okuzaamu aba
Because most of them we find when they are malnourished.
oba abamu tusanga nga babeera tebalya bulungi.
So we also teach the parents hygiene.
Era tusomesa n'abazadde abo ebyobuyonjo.
We also have devotions with the parents.
Era tubeera tusaba n'abazadde abo
And the children also.
n'abaana awamu. Abo bali vulnerable baba batasasula ssente bali awamu abaana 48.
And the daycare as 18.
Then abo abaddeko oba basasula ssente bali 18.
Do you know the accused?
Oyo omwami omumanyi oyo gwe bafunaana omusango nti ye
How do you know him?
ajja otya okumumanya?
On 2nd of April 2026,
ennaku z'omwezi 2 ogwokuna guno omwaka
at around 11,
ssaawa nga 5 ez'oku
a.m.,
ssaawa 5 ez'okumakya
one of the caregivers
omu ku baali balabira abaana abo
Do you
brought
know the name?
Phoebe.
The other name?
omanyi erinnya lye
Namtebi Phoebe.
ng'ayitibwa Namutebi Phoebe.
Yes.
Brought him to the office
n'amuleeta mu ofiisi
and she told me that this
Accused to office. Phoebe, Annette, you will go through to allow court to.
ane tejja kuba ogendamu nkola osobola kuleka kooti.
So Phoebe brought him to your office? Yes.
yes, at around 11 a.m.
Yes, yes.
and she introduced him to me
era n'amunyanjulira
and she told me
era n'aŋŋamba
that he had come a day before
nti yali yajja olunaku olumu emabega
and said he had a child he wanted to enroll in the daycare.
era n'agamba yalina omwana gwe yali ayagala okuba ng'awansa
Okay.
ku ssomero eryo.
Okay. You found him in the office.
Yes.
Okay. What followed?
I interviewed him.
era omwami oyo n'amubuuza ebibuuzo
I asked him how the age of the child
ne mubuuza emyaka gy'omwana
and the sex,
ne oba yali mwala oba mulezi
and he told me it was a girl
n'aŋŋamba nti yali muwala
and he was about to make 3 years.
ng'era yali agenda kuba ng'aweza emyaka 3.
Then I told him no,
About
but
to make
3 years.
Yes.
So I told him at that age is for baby class.
Era ne mugamba emyaka egyo gy'abaana ba baby class.
So he told me, no, I'd taken her to a nursery school, but a nursery school has advised me to start with her with daycare.
Era yangamba nti nasuna mutwala ku nursery school naye nursery school nengamba nti soke musokezeko mu daycare.
Okay.
And he gave me the reason.
Era nampa ensonga.
He told me the girl was not social because she stays with the mom alone.
Nti era omwana oyo yali tayogera nnyo n'abantu abawala era ng'abeera ne maama we.
Yes.
And cannot speak well.
Era atayogera bulungi.
Yes.
And he went ahead and told me that, but we can give a trial for this term. If she copies very well, then we can introduce her to nursery school.
Nangamba era basobola okuba nga agezaako taamu eno kasita ateeramuko basobola okuba nga bamutwala then awo mu nursery.
What followed?
I understood I accepted his request.
Era nenzikiriza okusaba kwe.
And I told him what it takes to enroll a child in the daycare.
Era ne munnyonnyola ekyo ekyali beetaagisa okubeera ng'owandiisa omwana mu daycare.
So I told him
You wait. What did you tell him?
Ekyo wamugamba.
I told him registration is 10,000.
Ne mugamba okuwandiisa omwana gubeera omutwalo gumu.
Daycare fees is 120.
Then eza daycare gibeera emitwalo 12.
Then himself asked me, but I see children in uniform. Do you have uniform?
Then ye n'abuuza nti alaba abaana abayambadde uniform n'amubuuza nti oyina uniform.
I told him yes.
Ne muddamu nti ye.
Abayambadde uniform n'amubuuza nti oyina uniform.
I told him yes.
Ne muddamu nti ye.
Okay.
And he asked me how much uniform was.
Era n'ambuuza nti uniform yali ya ssente mmeka.
Yes.
So I told him uniform is 60,000.
Ne muddamu ne mugamba nti uniform yali ya mitwalo 6.
So
Yes.
so I picked the calculator.
Era ne nfuna calculator.
As I was totaling, he already tells me that no, it is 190.
Era we nali ngattamu then ye mangu n'angamba nti awamu zaali mitwalo 19.
Yes.
Which I had also confirmed.
Era nange kye namala ne nkakasa.
What did he use to total up the money?
Kiki yakozesa okubanga agatta ssente zaawa?
He did it mentally.
Ye yakikozesa bwongo.
What followed?
Ki ekyaddirira?
Then he went ahead and told me that he didn't come with cash.
Nayongera n'angamba nti yali tazze na ssente eza cash oba ez'obuliwo.
So he asked me if he can put it in the mobile money.
Nangamba oba asobola okuba nga aziteeka ku mobile money.
Yes.
So he asked me for my contact. Which I gave him.
Zinamala ne muwa.
But followed.
So I told him that if you are sending the 190,000, you need to include the withdrawal fee.
Ne mugamba oba oweereza ssente 19 ayongerako n'ezo ez'okugyayo ssente ezo.
And he told me it's fine, let me put there 5,000.
Nangamba kale tewali buzibu era kayongereko naye 15,000.
Which he did, and he sent to my phone.
Era kye yakola n'aziweereza ku ssimu yange
195,000.
emitwalo 19,015.
Then after seeing the message,
bwe namala okulaba message,
I instructed Phoebe to write for him a receipt.
Ndagira Phoebe okubeera nga amuwandiikira risiiti.
Yes.
She wrote the receipt and she gave it to him.
Era yawandiika risiiti eyo n'amala n'agimuwa.
In what form are your receipts?
Risiiti zo ziri.
They are duplicate form receipts.
Explain, please.
It was handwritten receipt.
The receipt omuntu z'abeera awandiisa obuwandiisi.
With they are headed receipts.
Ng'era kuliko ebigambo ebibeera.
Ggaba Community Church.
Kuliko Ggaba Community Church.
ECDP.
Ggaba Community Church.
Is in bracket ECDP.
ECDP. What does that stand for?
Kitegeeza ki ekyo kya ECDP?
Early Childhood Development Program.
Kitegeeza Early Childhood Development Program.
When you say they are duplicate, what do you mean?
Ogamba nti zaali duplicate, ki ky'obeera otegeeza?
The client takes the original and will remain with the duplicate.
Client yatwala copy original, ffe ne tusigazaako eyo eya duplicate.
So before you told this court that the total enrollment in your in daycare,
yes,
were all these numbers at the school on the day of the second.
Wadde ogamba kooti eno nti abo abaali vulnerable abaali batasasula ssente baali 48, then abaali basasula ssente aba daycare baali 18.
On that day, they were not all there.
have an idea of how many could have been there, or if you don't, it's okay.
I have an idea.
How many were there?
Bali bameka?
The vulnerable
On the
one.
second.
On second, the vulnerable children were 28.
Abali vulnerable baali batasasula ssente baali 28.
While the daycare was 16.
Then abo abaali aba daycare abo baali basasula ssente baali 16.
So we are at a point when accused has paid money, Phoebe has written the receipt under your instructions. What followed?
Tuli ku kiseera nga omwami amaze osasula ssente, then Phoebe amaze okumuwandiikira risiiti ki ekyaddirira.
I actually asked him that now you are registering, you have registered the child, we shall need your details for our file.
Era namubuuza ne mugamba kati tumaze okuba nga turegistaringa omwana oyo, era kati naye tujja kusaba ebirala bikwatago.
Yes.
He told me that he was just a sponsor of that child.
Era yanziramu nagamba ye yali sponsor ab'omuntu abayambako ku mwana oyo.
But the mother,
naye maama w'omwana oyo
will come with his details and her details.
ajja kujja n'ebyo ebimukwatako omwami oyo n'ebyo.
Yes.
On Tuesday.
Yes.
On Tuesday.
Olunaku olwokubiri.
Followed.
So he got out.
Yes. What else? Followed.
Ekyaddirira.
So he got out.
N'amala n'agenda n'afuluma.
Actually told him thank you very much for waiting and the child on Tuesday.
Oluvannyuma namala ne mugamba webale nnyo nga mwebaza era tulinze omwana oyo ku lunaku olwokubiri.
Okay, what followed?
So he got out, and I also went back to start doing what I was doing because they entered the office when I was typing some things on the computer.
Yamala n'afuluma nange nenzayo nenzira ku mirimu gye nali nkola.
Yes.
Then Phoebe put back the receipt book.
Akatabo ka risiiti mu drawer.
Yes.
And she was now getting out to go because the suspect had already come out, so she was also coming now to open for him the gate.
Kubanga suspect yali amaze okufuluma era nga yali naye Phoebe afuluma okubanga agenda okuba nga amuggulira gate.
So, but he made... Yes?
Genda nkola.
Saying you go slow.
So you got out to open the gate.
Wagambye nti ne Phoebe naye yafuluma kubanga agenda okuba nga aggulira omwami oyo gate.
Yes.
So I looked out through the window.
Neningiza mu dinisa.
And I saw the accused bending on the child.
Ndaba accused oba oyo avunaanibwa nga akutamye ku mwana.
So I made a noise and then people were so saying, what are you doing on our children? Because we actually thought.
Let's repeat that. You looked through the window. What did you see?
I looked through the window and I saw him on the child. He was bending. So for me, I thought it was just beating the child. So at the
At the same time, Phoebe had also seen what he was doing.
Era mu kiseera kye kimu era Phoebe yali alaba kye.
Yes.
I ran out of the office.
Nenziruka mu kuva mu office.
So as I was running to him,
You ran out of office?
I ran out of office,
Yes.
shouting and heading towards him.
Era nga nkuba enduulu nga nziruka gye yali ali.
Yes.
So he stood up and left the child who was lying down.
Era n'ayimuka n'aliko omwana oyo ng'omwana oyo yali yeebasawo wansi.
And was lifting the knife towards me.
Era nga asitudde akambe nga
with open eyes.
n'amaaso nga agankanidde.
So now what?
Now, Phoebe, I will keep prompting you. I mean, Annette,
Okay.
I'll keep prompting you. So just be patient with our speed. So you say he lifted the knife.
I ran away.
Lifted the knife
Towards me.
Yasitula akambe nga akayosa gye ndi.
Yes.
Then I ran away.
Nenziruka.
The guards are. He picked a bicycle to hit him.
Era mu kiseera ekyo Phoebe n'akwata akagaali okubeera nga akamukuba. Era n'adduka gy'ali.
To Phoebe.
Ewa Phoebe.
That's when Phoebe fell down.
Era mu kiseera ekyo awo Phoebe we yagwira wansi.
Kept on making noise.
Era nasigala
Okay. Proceed.
eyongereyo.
Then Phoebe still picked another bicycle.
Era Phoebe n'akwata akagaali akaali akalala n'akamukuba.
Ajja kujja n'ebimukwatako omwana.
That's when now he jumped.
As the Phoebe was struggling, what were you?
Because he's now going behind the forest there, behind the hills, Uganda, First, deal with let the ones of Katerera who are nearby get to reach first.
Came, who were these rescuers?
Ogambia bali bazo kutasa bajja bali bantu kyabo.
The first one who entered was Silas Bukenya.
Yasooka okuyingira yali Silas Bukenya.
Moses Opio is the guard.
Kuliko Moses Opio yali akuuma.
And Bashir Matovu.
Ne Bashir Matovu.
What happened as the rescuers, when the rescuers came?
Kyatuukawo abali bazo okutaasa nga bazze.
They got hold of him.
Basobola okubeera nga bamukwata.
Bashir Matovu.
Ne Bashir Matovu.
You observe any other thing? What happened?
When the rescuers came?
I did not observe anything because I was now running, calling for help to come and take the children to the hospital.
Sina kirala kyenalaba kubanga nali nziruse nga ngezaako okufuna obuyambi kubanga abaana abo batwalibwa omutwaliro.
Did you observe any other thing?
Olina ekirala kyonna kyewalaba mu kiseera ekyo nga bamukutte?
I did not observe anything because I was now running, calling for help to come and take the children to the hospital.
Sina kirala kyenalaba kubanga nali nziruse nga ngezaako okufuna obuyambi kubanga abaana abo batwalibwa omutwaliro.
The nearest person there with the car was Auntie Harriet.
Omuntu yali okumpi awo yalinawo emmotoka yali Auntie Harriet.
So she came and parked at the gate.
Era yajja n'apaakinga awo ku gate.
The car was Auntie. What happened when Harriet came with her car?
Harriet azze n'emmotoka ye.
People hurried to carry the 3 children.
Antu
they were alive.
Antu bayanga okusitula abaana basatu abali nga bakyali balamu.
We thought they were alive.
Baali bateebereza nti abaana abo baleka bakyali balamu.
3 shops, 0 results. But on Gigi, 1 search, seconds. Why stress offline? Buy, sell, use. Gigi.
Hospital, because that one was, it all showed sign that she had died.
Omu ye teyatwalibwa kuba ye already yali alekerawo nti ye aleka yali amaze okuba nga afudde.
Who was that was left?
Yali ani yalekebwa?
Ryan Odeke.
Yali Ryan Odeke.
Which hospital did the Harriet take them?
Yali ddwaliro ki Harriet gye yatwala abaana?
Waynes Medical Center.
What followed?
Kyekyaddira?
The police arrived.
Police nemala netuuka.
Other than police and
Silas and the Silas, the guard Moses and Matovu brought him to the Askari's offices and locked him there before the police arrived.
Silas ne wagadi bamukwata ne babaako we bamusibira nga police tennaba kubaako ng'etuuka.
So other than those the three, Cyrus, Moses, and Matovu, and the police, did any other person come or respond?
The people from the community had already also arrived.
What happened when police came?
The police tried to control the people.
Yes.
And later on, they picked the body which was also lying there. And picked the other ones also at once.
Yes.
Did you go with them to pick the bodies at the hospital?
No, one of us went with them.
So, okay. And what followed? To your knowledge?
At my knowledge, the bodies were taken to Mulago for post-mortem.
What followed?
Late in the day now, the police took statements from us.
So other than police taking a statement from you on that day, what else? Did the police require any other thing from you?
First of all, the police came and closed the place.
Other than that?
They checked my phone to confirm whether I received the message from the suspect.
What did they find?
The message was there. The next day, is when I was called. MTN offices.
Offices of MTN.
Which number of yours was the money sent?
Yali number che yo ku sente tukabastika.
0772.
Yali 0772
96.
Sorry, just a minute. My Lord, can we request that she just records her number for the court record as opposed to reading it to the public?
Okay.
I was
about to propose that as well.
So I'm going to request that you write for court the number, your number on which you sent, on which the suspect, the accused person sent.
Suspect.
can proceed.
Other than police asking you to print the to procure your said mobile money statement, what else?
Ojaketo police okugamba printing out statement ya mobile money ate ekirala.
I printed the statement of the police.
Na printing a statement here nenjowa aba police.
What else?
Ate ekirala.
The next thing I was summoned to this court.
Olala bampita okujja mu kooti eno.
You talked about the receipt that you issued. Did the police require any information about that item?
Wayogedde ku receipt gye mwawaayo, poliisi yabaako kyekubuza ku receipt eyo.
Yes, they asked me for the booklet.
Tiye bansaba akatabo ako.
And what happened?
Kyekyaddira.
The police went with it.
So if I showed you the receipt book and mobile money print that you handed to the police, are you in position to recognize?
Ntowaako akatabo aka receipt neyo ebya print gye wafuluma eya MTN osobola okubeera ng'obitegeera.
Yes, sir.
Tiye otya?
Beginning with the mobile money?
The amount
n'omuwendo gwa ssente
and the name of the sender.
N'erinnya ly'omuntu oyo yaweereza ssente ezo.
The receipt?
Ate ku receipt?
The receipt, the name of the child.
Ku receipt kubeerako erinnya ly'omwana
and the amount.
N'omuwendo gwa ssente.
I want you to look at the two items. Please begin with the book.
Ayagala otunulire ebiwandiiko bibiri, tandika n'akatabo.
Tell court if you recognize it.
Bulira kooti oba okategedde.
Do you recognize the book?
Yes.
What is it?
Tiye akatabo akutegedde. Nti ke katabo ka receipt.
Does it bear the duplicate copy of the receipt that you issued to the accused?
Kalimu ezo kopi eza duplicate ezo
that was issued to the accused.
Zemwawa accused of omusibe.
Yes, sir.
Ntiye.
What is reflected in the duplicate?
Kyekiri mu duplicate eyo.
The date is 2nd April 2026.
Mulimu ennaku z'omwezi nga 2 ogwokuna guno omwaka.
The name of the person, the child they paid.
Okay, Miss Annette, go slow, please. It has the date.
Kuliko ennaku z'omwezi.
And the date is?
2nd April 2026.
Use the microphone.
Ogwokubiri. Ennaku z'omwezi nga 2 ogwokuna guno omwaka ogwa 2026.
And the child's name?
Ate erinnya ly'omwana.
Child's name is Surel Onyum.
Spell it.
Z-U-R-I-E-L. Surel.
Erinnya ly'omwana ye Zuriel.
And the second?
Then Onyum is O-N-Y-U-M.
What else does it contain?
Ate ki ekirala ekiri mu receipt eyo?
The amount of money paid.
kuliko n'omuwendo gwa ssente ezasasulwa.
How much was paid?
190,000 shillings only.
Nga kwaliko emitwalo 19 gyokka.
What else?
Ate ekirala.
Being payment of.
What was the reason?
Yali nsonga ki eya ssente ezo ezasasulwa?
Daycare fees.
Ezaali za daycare.
Plus uniform.
Nga kwaliko n'eza uniform.
Plus registration.
N'ez'okuwandiisa omwana we.
Total amount 190,000 shillings.
Nga ssente awamu zaali emitwalo 19.
Balance was nil.
Ng'era tewaliwo balance yenna.
And signature was for Phoebe.
Ng'era kwaliko yateekako omukono yali Phoebe.
My Lord, I pray that court looks at the school record and compares it with the PID number 1 for PID number 1 to be admitted as an exhibit.
Asabe kooti etunule ekiwandiiko ekyo.
What the last page? You closed it.
Have a response from the defense. He's asking me to look at this book, compare it with PEID 1, and thereafter admit PEID 1 as an exhibit. What is your response? You have looked at the book.
My Lord, to have identified that it would have been PW6 Phoebe, to have identified that because she's the author and it has her signature.
Nti yandibadde Phoebe okuga nga wali ekiwandiiko ekyo we yali omujulizi ow'omukago kuba ye muntu eyawandiika lisiiti era yateekako n'omukono gwe.
My Lord, from the testimony, the receipt, the witness understands is the custodian of the receipt book.
nti omukyalo yayimiridde awo ye muntu oyo aba akuuma ekitabo ekyo ekya risiiti.
And from her testimony, after Phoebe authoring, she returned the receipt book into her custody.
Okay, go slow.
Phoebe identified the copy.
Phoebe yategeerako copy.
Which in this case, my lord, is in tandem with the record in the receipt book.
Era mu kiseera kino yeyo kopi eri mu katabo ako aka risiiti.
My lord, ordinarily, we would be praying to tender the actual book, but we think that since it is still a book in the actual use of the school, it is sufficient for court to inspect it and compare with the copy, and we tender.
Twandibadde tuwayo akatabo ako mu kooti naye olw'ensonga nti essomero likyakozesa akatabo ako kooti yandibadde etulako bulizi neeraba ne comparinga ne kopi eyali eya risiiti.
My lord, if court is of the opinion that the comparison will not meet the ends of justice, then the receipt book could be tendered in its form as an exhibit.
Nti ekiba kyetaagisa kooti akatabo kasobola okubeera nga kaweebwayo nga ekizibiti ekyoludda olwayo.
And the exhibit management rules would require the person in custody to be the one to tender, and my lord, the witness on the stand has already demonstrated so.
this is the ruling of the court. I have looked at the receipt book, which contains a duplicate copy of receipt number 2958, whose photocopy was admitted for identification while PW6 Phoebe was testifying. After comparing the two, I find that they are the same. I have also considered the objection raised by the defense counsel to the effect that the witness, PW7, is not competent to tender in this evidence because she's not the author. According to the defense counsel, PW6 Phoebe, who issued the receipt, should have been the one to tender in the document. However, I note that while PW6 Phoebe was testifying, she clearly informed the court that the receipt book was being kept by Miss Annette Odong, that is PW7, in her office, and after issuing the receipt on the 2nd of April 2026 to the accused, she put back the receipt book in the drawer in Miss Annette Odong's office. I also note that PW6, Miss Phoebe, clearly identified the photocopy of the receipt she issued to the accused, and it was at that point admitted as PEID1. And since the time she issued the receipt book has been in the custody of PW7. It is my considered view that PW7, as a custodian of the receipt book, is the right person to tender it in as an exhibit pursuant to Rule 25(2)(b) of the Constitution, Management of Exhibits, Practice Directions 2022. However, we retain the whole receipt book. The receipt book is therefore retained, and receipt number 2958, which was issued on the 2nd of April 2026 to Zuriel Onyum for Uganda shillings 190,000, is accordingly admitted, and it is marked PEX5.
Omusalayo omulamuzi agambye nti akatabo ako enamba yako eya 2958 agambye nti akatunuddemu era n'akageraageranya ne receipt book ne ka receipt yakaweebwayo wano mu kkooti oyo yali omujulizi ow'omukaaga ayitibwa Phoebe, era yali yateekako omukono ogwo, era nayongera n'agamba nti yadde abalooya b'omusibe badde baganya akatabo kubanga kaweebwayo mu kkooti, naye ye ajja kubanga akakkiriza olw'ensonga nti omukyalo ono ali mu kkooti, omujulizi ow'omusanvu Annette ye muntu oyo atereka akatabo ako era yabeera nako, nga yadde Annette yali yawandiika risiiti ng'ennaku z'omwezi 2 ogwokuna omwaka guno eno, era we yamala okuwandiika risiiti n'agiwa omwami oyo akatabo n'akazzaayo mu woofiisi ewa mukyala Annette, era kkooti eno yatunuulira receipt book eyaleetebwa omujulizi ow'omukaaga, era kkooti eno nebeera nga receipt eyo egisigaza mu kkooti eno ng'egirabako ng'eyali ey'oludda oluwaabi. Ng'era omujulizi ow'omusanvu ye muntu omukyalo ono ali wano mu kkooti ye muntu omutuufu okubeera ng'awayo akatabo ako, era kkooti n'esalawo nti ejja kuba akatabo ako ekasigaza akaalimu receipt yaweebwa omwana yali Zuriel Onyum, ng'era kajja kubeera nga ekizibiti eky'oludda oluwaabi ak'okutaano.
About the next document?
Ate ekiwandiiko ekirala?
You recognize it?
Nakyo kitegeera?
Yes, I do.
Ndiye?
What is it?
Ng'era kyekyo?
This is MTN mobile money statement.
Ng'eno MTN eya statement ya MTN eya mobile money.
Does it reflect the transaction that you told court?
Eragako esente ezo ziwagambye court eno?
Yes, sir.
Ndiye?
Does it reflect your telephone number that you told court?
Eragako enamba y'essimu eno gye wawandiikidde kooti eno?
Yes, sir.
Ndiye.
Does it reflect the amount?
Era eraga n'omuwendo gwa ssente?
Yes, sir.
How much is reflected?
Ndiye.
195,000.
I pray that the land chief state attorney avoids leading question. Does it reflect this? She's saying yes. It is not proper, my lord.
Okay. Appealed?
Does it reflect the amount?
No, let's, you ask,
My lord, we are dealing with a document with due respect. The witness has already told the court all of these things.
We can hear from her how much money does it reflect?
I can always do, most obliged, my lord. How much does it reflect?
Eragako ssente mmeka?
It reflects 195,000.
Eragako omuwendo gwa ssente emitwalo 19,150.
Does it reflect the number that said, we come to the same? There is just no way of doing it.
Trying to avoid also speaking out the numbers here.
Actually, for her number, it was deliberate because I can't ask her to read out the number. We already have, and court can always compare. How about the number that sent on your number, the money?
Ate namba eyo yaweereza ssente ezo ku namba yo?
I have it here.
Nti nayo kweri?
My lord, can she read it? Does the defense think that they still need it as a private?
She read it out or
agisome mu lujjudde oba nedda?
The number, the sending number.
Enamba eyo yaweereza ssente.
Let it be private as it was from the beginning.
Okay.
In what column is the number that sent reflected?
Enamba eri mu column ki?
It shows from. Number two.
Can you just write it still on the paper for court?
Enamba eyo osobola okuddamu n'ogiwandiika era ku lupapula kooti egirabe.
I have a statement first. lord, I apply to tender the statement as an exhibit.
Yes, Mr. Kumbuga or Ms. Sarah, who is responding to that?
My lord, we have an objection to that exhibit.
oludda olwabi lusabye ekiwandiiko ekiweeyo ng'ekizibiti kyabwe era abaloya b'omusi ne bakiwakanya.
The document was prepared and authored by MTN
ekiwandiiko ekyo
Kuruma.
kyakolebwa aba MTN ku Nkuruma.
Therefore, if it's tendered in as an exhibit, it offends the rules of tendering in exhibits. Let the author come to court and tender it in, not
era
I
kiba
press so.
kimenyanga amateeka ag'okuwaayo ebiziti mu kkooti nti era omuntu oyo yennyini aba yakikola MTN bwe baba balina okujja no mu kkooti ne baba nga bakiwaayo.
Yes, Mr. Morgan, any rejoinder?
My lord, does our land colleague want to specify which rules so that we respond from an informed point of view when he says this procedure breaches rules? Which rules, my lord?
Yes, Mr.
Amateeka
Kumbuga,
akyako.
it offends which law?
My lord, right now I do not have the law, but the law of tendering in
Mu
exhibits,
kaseera kano etteeka erisirina
especially
wano.
documents written,
Naye etteeka ery'okuwaayo ekizibiti ddala ebyo ebizibiti ebibeera biwandiikiddwa
it must be the author,
alina kubeera oyo ye yennyini
and that law has not been amended to the best of
yawandiika
my knowledge.
ekiwandiiko ekyo era etteeka eryo terinaba kubanga likyusibwamu.
She can only identify that document since she participated in it.
Asobola just kubanga alabako ndabo bakugitegeera ku bw'olw'ensonga ye kennyini yeetabamu okubanga bakutinga document eyo.
Morgan,
My lord, the witness has clearly testified as to her telephone number,
Omujulizi adda obujulizi ng'akakasira ennamba ye y'essimu.
and to the fact that she personally went
Ng'era ye kennyini yali yagenda
to the telephone provider and secured her personal mobile money printout.
kwabo bennyini abaali b'omukutu ogwo ogw MTN asobola ye kennyini n'afuna print out okuva mu abo aba MTN.
My lord, she also had earlier described in details the transaction on her phone
Nti era yannyonnyola
on the day issue.
mu kusooka essente ezo ezaali zaateekebwa ku ssimu eyo.
My lord, under Rule 25, 2F of the exhibit management of the Constitution, management of exhibit practice direction 2022. A person who has sufficient knowledge of the exhibit is is competent to tender it.
Omuntu aba alina obutegeevu ku kiwandiiko ekyo asobola naye okubeera nga akiwaayo.
In this case, my lord, the witness has sufficiently not just described the process through which she personally secured it.
Ngero omujulizi oyo atunnyonnyodde emitendera gyonna gye yayitamu okubanga afuna statement eyo.
My lord, we believe she is competent in that regard.
Era nga tukkiriza nti naye abeera asobola okubeera nga awaayo ekiwandiiko ekyo mu kkooti.
is not the author of the document that the prosecution seeks to tender in through her, and she's therefore not the competent person to have it tendered as an exhibit. I've also considered the argument by the prosecution that the witness has testified to the processes through which the same was produced. However, I find that whereas the witness has clearly described the document by her mobile phone number and the number of the sender and the transactions of the day, it is also my finding that no evidence has been laid regarding the steps taken to having the statement printed. Whereas she testified that she was called by police to go and print the document, it did not come out clearly whether the request was oral in writing, and it also did not come clearly in her evidence as to where she put the document after having it printed. Did she keep it? Did she hand it back to police? That evidence was not adduced. I have taken note of Rule 25 2F of the Constitution Management of Exhibits Practice Directions 2022, which provides that any person with sufficient knowledge may tender in an exhibit, and whereas I agree that the witness has sufficient knowledge pertaining this document, I don't find it proper that she should be the one to tender it in light of the fact that the chain of its movement has not been laid out before the court. It should either be tendered in by the author or the person at whose instance it was printed. I therefore decline to admit it as an exhibit, but I find that the witness has sufficiently described it, and I will admit it for identification, and it is accordingly marked PEID 2.
Eno y'ensala ya kooti ng'omulamuzi agambye nti yawulidde okuwakanya okuva mu balooya b'omusibe n'agamba nti omujulizi ono ow'omusanvu nga si ye yawandiika oba si ye yakola ekiwandiiko ekyo nga yadde yannyonnyodde kooti emitendera gye yayitamu okuba nga afuna ekiwandiiko ekyo okuba nga bamuwa statement okuva mu BMTN, naye oludda olwabwe lwagambye nti nga lunnyonnyola emitendera egyo gye yayitamu okuba nga afuna ekiwandiiko ekyo, naye kooti yo neezulwa n'egamba nti byezudde nti tewali kirambulukufu kyali kiraga nti omukyalo oyo yamala ofuna ekiwandiiko ekyo ye kennyini yali yakisigaza n'akitereka oba yakiwaayo mu bapoliisi, nga yadde kooti ekkiriza nti omukyalo yabadde amanyi ebiva mu kiwandiiko ekyo, nga kuba olw'ensonga nti yali yayita mitendera egyo okufuna statement eyo, naye kooti yo temanyi mitendera ki gye yayitamu okubanga ekiwandiiko ekyo gye kyakuumibwa. Era kooti nekomekereza ng'egamba nti ekiwandiiko ekyo kiganiddwa okubeera nga ekiweebwayo oludda oluwaabi ng'ekizibiti kyabwe, naye wabula ejja kuba ekisala nga ekiwandiiko ekyo kibanaalabako obulabe, era kijja kubeera ejja kimaakinga namba ey'okubiri.
Yes, Mr. Morgan, are you done with her? So we can take a break.
I'm almost done. I'm just concerned with the camera interruptions. I know they have the right to take photos, but
please,
we are getting interrupted.
Let's not interrupt the processes as we take pictures or as we record the proceedings. Let's ensure that we do not interrupt.
Okay. Madam Odong, let's wind up. Just for you to clarify in your evidence, you said the money was the money that you issued in the receipt was 190, and the MTN statement has 195.
I think that explanation she gave already.
My Lord, if court
she gave
captured it,
the 5,000 was for withdrawal charges.
My Lord, that is all we have from her.
Okay, may I propose that we take a health break of about 10 minutes before we bring her for cross-examination? So we return at 10 minutes after midday.
Yes, mulabi wa sanyuka tugenze mu break ya dakika 10 naye nga tugenze ogenda mu break nga tulabye nga omujulizi omu ngono yakulembera essomero lya kindergarten
Mm-hmm.